Belfast International Airport. Just waiting to board our flight to Stansted, London, to spend a day in London, and then on Friday, which is tomorrow at midday,
11 o'clock,
start our 2-week Euroventure, travelling to Amsterdam, Berlin, Vienna, Venice, Prague, Paris, and then back to London and back home. So we'll catch up with you in London and probably be a bit more easier to talk. Alright, so we made it to London Stansted. We're just waiting to sort out our train ticket. Kind of being a bit of a stuff around because we get a free travel day before we travel and after we travel. We're just trying to figure out what's going to be the cheapest way of getting us through. So pretty. So, made it to London Liverpool station? Liverpool Street station. And we need to go that way, out that way, and go right.
Okay. There is a McDonald's there if you want to eat.
Trying to get to Charing Cross from Liverpool Street station, but just because it was a bit too far to walk into town. It was a 51-minute walk. I'm not doing that with bags and suitcases and everything, so we might as well just pay the fee and get into town. Alright, we've made it. Trafalgar Square, about three train rides, and an aeroplane, and it only took us, what time is it? 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. So 6 o'clock, so 4 hours, which is not bad to get from Belfast to the centre of London in peak hour time as well. Everyone's starting works, but we haven't been here in 3 years, but I've been wanting to come here every year.
So nice to be back.
Actually just talking, and the little exhibition piece that was there when we were here last was a tiger, and they were fixing it, and that's now the new one. We think they change it sort of seasonally. It's like an exhibition piece for the National Museum. So we've been out of the house for 4 hours. I only brought one set of shoes for the whole 2 weeks, and they're already wet. Come to watch the guard change over, but it's just started raining. So we've just tried to go for a bit of a walk to try and see a couple more things before we have to go to this Airbnb, and it was just way too wet. So we're going to sit here for a little bit longer, hang out, try and see what we want to do for the rest of the day. It is raining, yes. So we finally bucked up the courage and got out of the cafe because we were going to sit there all day if we didn't get up. So we're coming for a walk through St James's Park. People feeding the geese and people feeding the pigeons. We were just playing with squirrels, but my camera died, so I couldn't show that to you. But this guy had this squirrel like up on his chest. He was feeding the squirrel, had a nut, fed the squirrel, put it in, brought it up to here and had him like almost kissing him. It was pretty cool. Oh, they're not even pigeons. I thought they were pigeons. That's a pigeon. They're those weird not duck things. And a couple of seagulls trying to be incognito. Morning guys. So day 2 in London. Day 1 was a bit of a disappointment. As you can tell, we left St James's Cafe and went into the rain, and we never left the rain. We got absolutely soaked. Our bags got soaked, so everything in our bags, my backpack, our clothes on our body, our documents for our Euroventure at the moment. Luckily we caught up with it pretty quickly and we could get it sorted and dried with a hairdryer for 4 hours. So we spent the whole night last night drying our clothes. All our stuff was lying on the floor, hanging in here, absolutely soaking wet. And we've done a decent job, but still a bit damp, freezing. Alright, so day 2. Right, so day 2 in London. It's not the same as day 1. We don't have any time to go see any sights. So we've got about 2 hours. We just came from our Airbnb, which is about a 45-minute train ride. Gonna go get some coffee and some breakfast. We need to be back here in 2 hours for the Eurostar. Alright, so we've had our coffee and our breakfast. We were going to go to Starbucks, but it turns out Starbucks was too expensive, so we went straight to McDonald's, the usual way. And now we've passed security, passed the ticket office, everything like that, sitting in the lounge waiting for Amsterdam. So our train leaves in an hour and 4 minutes. So hopefully we start boarding soon because we couldn't get a seat on any of the comfortable couches, so we're currently sitting on a pole. Anyway, see you in Amsterdam.